I think that everything you build should have a story that goes with it. At least when I build, I try to, incorporate some kind of lore or story into why it's being built. And with this little extension, there is a reason, and I'm going to tell you the story right now. So, this little extension is going to be the kitchen of our manor, and the reason that it's an extension is because I went ahead and I started laying out the inside. And I realized that there was not enough room for everything I wanted, and that I wanted a kitchen. And so I made this little area over here. Now, it's not like massive, but it's in kind of a different style from the rest of the house. And so the story that I'm going with is you tend to see these larger, older houses, and they have these extensions on them, which don't exactly blend in, but they kind of almost do. So that's what this is. This is, you can think of as like an extension to the house that happened much after the rest of the house was completed. And we're gonna put kind of a cool kitchen in here. So let me give you a little walkthrough of our manor here. So we're gonna walk in and we're gonna have a foyer room with this beautiful double staircase here. There's gonna be a wall here, and I'm gonna put a painting or something there. So you're not gonna be able to see out the back of the house, okay? So let's go this way and around. So if we go this way, we're gonna have a little bit of a sitting room and then a library. I think that'll be really nice. And then this big back room here is gonna be like a ballroom or a gallery. So there'll be more paintings, little things on the walls, a nice, beautiful carpet in the middle. I'm really excited to do that. Also, just as a note, everything in here is just spruce planks. For the most part, that's just a placeholder. I'm very excited to do some ornate flooring. On the back here, when we do our exterior episode, we'll do a nice big, like long patio here. Wrapping around, it's going to be the dining room, and then the kitchen, obviously. And then this is like a mud room and a powder room. So for those of you who don't know, because I don't know if this is just like Canadian terms, but a mud room is like the room just off to the side of the entrance of your house where you would take off your boots, and that's where you hang up your rain jacket, and maybe your laundry is in there. And then the powder room is kind of like a half bath, so it's just one sink and one toilet. Yeah, I feel like most places just call it a half bath, but for some reason we call it a powder room. So that was just off the side here. Normally, like in the house I grew up in, it wasn't off the front door, but it was off like the garage entrance. But I think this will do. And then if we go up our beautiful stairs here, there's going to be a nice landing room up here. I'll probably put some kind of thing in the middle here. And, okay, here's another thing. You may notice that this floor is only one wide. So you might be thinking, B-Man, how are you going to do nice flooring on the top floor without it showing underneath? Well, don't worry. We're going to be doing some crown molding, and then trapdoors will be the layer. So there'll be a little layer hiding the flooring up here. So if we go this way, we're gonna do 2 bedrooms with a Jack and Jill bathroom. A Jack and Jill bathroom is just a bathroom that connects to the 2 bedrooms, but doesn't actually have a connection into the hallway. So you can only get to it through these bedrooms. So we'll have 2 sinks in here and the regular bathroom setup. Down here, we're gonna have a little spiral staircase up to the attic, and then a little study here. And then of course we have to have the master bedroom. So this will be the master bedroom here. It'll be kind of like long and narrow, so I'm probably going to put the bed here, the closet space, and the master bath area. So I'm very excited to do this interior with you guys. It's going to be really fun. Obviously I showed you in the last episode kind of what the walls are going to look like. This is going to be super cool. I can't wait to do this. But I want to show you guys a couple clips. We had a meeting recently, and we only do them about once a month. And what we do is we all get together and we discuss new things that have been added to the server. For instance, we just updated to 1.21.5, as you guys have seen. And we also go around, we show off to each other kind of the builds we've been doing. For instance, I showed this manor and some of the landscaping outside, which I'll show you guys in a little bit. And then we also help people, with builds, dig holes, everything like that. And Epo actually showed us something very special. So you guys can watch the little clip show of that.
It's definitely a
Purple one?
An Enderman face?
yeah, which is kind of funny.
Red is the most basic, which means it's the best.
Where'd the purple one?
Oh, I like the
I
orange.
know.
blue look, wandering trader, like
The
llama.
purple wandered, but the
You have
purple
purple
wandered away already.
No.
Pelvic has the purple.
Who's got that
Oh.
purple?
Here.
Oh. Oh yeah.
He wants to see it.
He will take everything from you if you do not give him the purple suit.
I've been working on these textures like on and off for the past couple weeks. Definitely let me know which ones you like, which ones you don't like. There's definitely some that I personally don't like and think could use some touching up, but
I really like the lime one.
yeah, the lime one is all right.
Actually,
I
I
based
really
them-
thought
Slabs.
the light gray is really pretty too. I'm not gonna
Oh,
lie.
yeah, that one's
I like all
gorgeous.
the
Yeah.
patching on them.
The
That's nice.
patchwork
That
on this
looks
one
cozy.
is really nice.
Ooh,
I
yeah.
I love that one. That's definitely a fave.
Oops.
They were all based on the llama textures when you put a carpet on a llama.
That's
That
what
makes
I
sense.
wondered. It looked like the llama textures.
I love how you can put it on a carpet.
Sure.
Like, you can put it anywhere.
So
You can
sure.
put it on any
Sure.
block, like anything that has bottom support. You can even put it on like end rods and candles.
Stairs?
It
can
tries
put it
to
on bed.
align with the hitbox of the block. And I'm also trying to keep track of any issues with these things. And there's one issue so far already that you can't put them on fences or walls because the hitbox is a little bit higher than the model of the block itself.
Oh,
That's something I'll definitely fix. I'll like push it into the model
look
of the
how
block.
cute this
kinda like
is.
how it works
You can put a
upstairs.
mushroom on it.
Yeah, this is interesting. So mushrooms don't have a hitbox, right? You walk right through them. So the seat thinks it goes straight through down to the next block.
Ah.
the orange isn't bad either.
But
And
you know,
see.
if we want to, we can definitely add special cases for blocks like this.
That's cool. I like these. This is great. So this is the clue game I built. It's like a
Professor
1-for-1
Plum, my beloved.
block to the board. So that's nice. If you eat, it's gonna set off the dice.
Don't yeah.
So
When
no
you
one
back
all
up.
eat at the same time. I don't know if it'll break. But yeah, while you're playing the game, you set off the dice by throwing a snowball on the ground, and just eating triggers it as well. It's up to 6 players.
Hello.
Why does it sound like the Akira sound effect, man?
What do you mean?
I don't know what that is.
Epo knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Leave me alone.
Yeah, there's lots of redstone back here. And...
Looks cool.
Floating tree,
date it.
floating tree.
Don't date us.
Yeah.
You want to see
You're
the
not going
rabbit
fast enough,
thing?
Milko.
Industry. Yeah.
Who hit me?
I can't,
you where
I
we have a
can't
bunch
jump
of
while
cake.
using a water walking, otherwise the ice disappears.
How I'm watching this.
It's because I have speed runs on my boots.
This is hilarious.
Oh, I
There we
like
go.
the yacht.
Yacht. You want? Do you
Hello everybody, my name is B-Man and welcome to another episode here at Wondermere on the Shroomhearth SMP server. We are not actually currently in Wondermere. We are on the top of World Hall on the Living Island. Obviously, the Living Island, that's where a lot of our community stuff is, and the mansion we've been building is just over there. But I wanted to come over here because I really wanted to show you guys these seats that Epo has added. So the way that you craft them is you take a saddle and you surround it by the color of carpet that you want. And so a lot of these seats are actually, like, they're based on the llama patterns. So you can place them pretty much anywhere. You can even put them on a carpet. You can put them on a chest. Like, you can put them everywhere. Look, we were doing a little bit of experimenting last night, and you can make like these little things. Like, it's almost like a little mushroom, or we figured if you put it on the side of the table, it could be like a little bar stool. Like, it would be super cool. But yeah, these are amazing. They can even collide with these things. So, and of course, the best part, you can sit on them. I mean, come on, look at this. We have had quite the history of being able to sit, I say in quotes, on the server. Originally, you could just sit on a stair block, and then I remember we had updated, this is a long time ago, we had updated it, and then every time you tried to sit, you would crash the server, so sitting was outlawed. And then Epo brought it back by being able to sit on an item frame. So if an item frame was on the ground, you could right click on it and you would sit down, kind of like how I'm sitting right now. But that ended up being a little bit clunky, and he wasn't really satisfied with it, and he thought, I can do better. And so he put together these cushions for us, and I mean, come on, these are awesome. I've been keeping one in my ender chest, this one, so I can just kind of put it down anywhere I want. But I just wanted to show you guys because these are awesome, and we will definitely be using these today while we're doing the interior of our manor. But before we get started on that, I also wanted to go and show you guys around the landscaping that I've been doing. So the area where all of the players' mansions will be, it was quite rough and rugged terrain, and I wanted to take it upon myself to smooth it out. So all the way from over here at our little Parisian area, you could see, there's some stuff going on under there. Luckily, we're on a mushroom island, so we don't have to worry about anything spawning. But I tried to keep the terrain relatively like rolling hills kind of vibes, leaving some cliffs that people could put their houses right up against. I think would be really cool. This is a train line that's going to be happening. But yeah, it's all smoothed out all the way from back there, over here, all the way past Needle on Ice place, and then around to about here. And I still have a lot more to go. I want to go all the way to where the skidge is over here, and figure all this stuff out, because all this definitely needs to be reworked and flattened out, because even though this is a little bit further than where people might be making their bases, I still want to smooth it out so that people can come to the island and they don't have to worry about working with the terrain. They can just set up shop and immediately start building. So, oh, don't even get me started over here. I have no idea how we're going to do that one, guys. But I didn't do all this landscaping by myself. I had some help. Omega, Epo, Helvic, a bunch of people came over and they helped me. But I just wanted to show you guys. So let's go down there and let's start working on some of that interior work. Now, if there's one piece of advice I can give you to you guys, it's plan out your interiors. It makes it so much easier, especially when you're working with a larger house like this, to know where all your rooms are going to be. It just helps so much, and it helps you visualize how it flows, how you can imagine, you're living in this house. If I'm coming down from my bedroom, I come down here, around here, it's easy to get to the kitchen, and the only room I really have to go through is the foyer and then into the dining room, and the kitchen's right here. So I think it's just so important. Just putting a couple signs down, say, oh, foyer here is here. Oh, there's gonna be a bathroom here. Oh, this one's a bedroom. It helps so much. And then the other thing I would say is make sure you test the ideas that you have before you really commit, because I have just discovered an issue with the wall design that I want to do. So this powder room, it was probably a good idea to have a door. But how am I going to connect a door here? Like, it won't really work. It'll be like back here. So that's something that I'm going to try to figure out. But in the meantime, I thought I'd just bring you guys in and show you how we're doing this. It's super easy. Like, other than this door issue, which wouldn't be an issue if we didn't want a door. But yeah, it's just really cool. I have never done this before, and I think it's gonna work out really well. So we just do this, bam, bam, bam. Like, oh, yeah, it's just so easy. So I'm gonna do a little bit of a quick time lapse of me filling in all these walls, and then we're gonna come back and we're gonna do a little bit of the decorating with some furniture. Well, we have walls, interior walls. I really like them. So I originally had planned to do different stripes, not just prismarine. In some rooms I was going to do something other than prismarine. And I actually brought a bunch of different options, which I can show you just over here, of colors that I thought might go well. And when I used them, they just looked wrong. Like, they looked out of place. I don't know if it's just because I'm so used to looking at the prismarine one, since that was the first one I looked at, but none of the other ones felt like glamorous like they gave what this one is giving. I just love the look of this wallpaper. And also, as a side note, we have a door. So this is kind of what I'm going to do for the door. It's the same that we did for the exterior door. And it's just a wall of trapdoors on the inside. And then that'll give us enough room to have the sink here and a little toilet. And yeah, I think it's going to work really good. So I'm glad I had a little bit of a light bulb moment there. But let me show you what we're going to be doing for the crown molding. So, okay, here's another little thing. Never get too caught up in it has to be odd numbers, it has to be odd numbers. This is obviously an even number, and that's okay. It does not have to be odd numbers. It will be okay. We will survive. Obviously, working with odd numbers does help, but you know, don't be scared of an even number. You can make an even number work. So that's what we're gonna do for the ceiling in most of these rooms. And then I'll come up with how I want to do the light fixtures. So, but yeah, I think this looks like a room in an old manor. I don't know. I think it really works. Like, I'm so happy with how this is. Also, let me know, guys, what you think about these little trapdoors, because I wanted there to be a little bit of shape. Do you think the 2 tall ones is enough, or do you think that they should all be 3 high? I might change it and make it all 3 high, but I just think that they shouldn't all be 3 high. I don't know. And then the back, this is kind of like what it's going to be to go out onto the patio. So I am going to do the rest of these ceilings. I'll be right back. Okay, I have been putting in the work. It's been quite a little bit of time since you guys last saw in here. So why don't we come in and we take a look. So I've done all of the first floor except the dining room and the kitchen. So we'll take a look at everything. So this is like the little entry area. One thing about me is I love a beacon chandelier. I think they look fantastic, and you can also flaunt your wealth a little bit. So if you remember, this is a seat but you can kind of put them on top of a lantern and it makes this beautiful little lamp and it produces light. So it's kind of a win-win. Yeah, I like how this staircase came out. I think it's very nice, very regal almost. So let's go over here. This was the sitting room. I put a little fireplace and some armor stand magic. I don't do too much armor stand magic, but I thought that I could do some here just to kind of give it a little bit of a grate, which is nice. And these couches, I really like these couches. So I've got a seat in either corner and then the classic banner trick, and it just gives it like a nice shape. Like it feels like there's like cushions on it and everything. Like, oh, I really like that. So I just try to fill the space with some furniture. This was the library. These are supposed to be little side tables. They kind of look like they could be seats. I mean, you can sit on them, hello. But yeah, they're supposed to be little side tables. So I might do a little bit of armor stand magic again and put like a cup or something on it, but we'll see how I'm feeling. And then we'll come back here. Yeah, you see, I haven't done any of this. The only thing I've done in the dining room is this kind of like almost, it was supposed to be like a china cabinet, but I couldn't really make something that looked like a china cabinet per se. So just this kind of wardrobe-y thing. And then this was the mud room here. You know, a little place you can sit down, put on your shoes. There's a closet, you can store your things. And then here is our little washroom, which I really like how it turned out actually. Obviously the classic mirror banner here for the sink and the toilet. And this little thing. And another use for these seats, it kind of looks like a little towel in there, right? Like, I don't know, I think that looks really cool. And it kind of is interesting how this worked out. If I place it down here, it auto aligns up there. So I wonder, oh wait, what if I put it here? Ooh, so you could like stack a bunch of them. Oh, that would be so cool. I'm not gonna do that here because I like the little plant on top, but yeah, you could, okay, so there's lots of possibilities. Okay. Now, what I wanted to do with you guys before we end the video is I'm going to come around here and I'm going to put rugs everywhere, right? We discussed earlier in the video that it's not going to stay as just plain spruce logs or plain spruce planks, and that's part of the reason why we have the kind of double thick floor and ceiling, is because then we can do the same thing up here, which I haven't done it up here yet, but I'll do that in between episodes for you guys. So I want to do one rug with you. So, okay, I haven't really planned this out. I don't know how I want to do this. If I do this, and then turn, and then turn. I didn't turn. Turn and turn. Okay, so that's going to be our corners. And then there's going to be a little bit of this and this. Okay. And then there's a little bit of this blue in here. So I was going to do this with this, what's this called? The warped nylium. And then I wanted to do like a little bit of that. And that. And then that. And okay, yeah, there we go. And then this and this. And then a little bit of coverage. Where do I want this? Maybe actually, no. Do I want any of this? Maybe just there will work. Maybe a little bit there. A little bit here. See, it's kind of like a little. You know what? Just in the center will actually do great. And then there we go. So no, see, I still don't like that. Okay, so maybe we'll do no carpet. Or yeah, like no carpets, but on the carpet. Okay, and then, so this is something I just thought about. I don't know if someone has done this yet already, but I'm putting this out here as something I've thought of. If I put leaf litter like this, it looks like the little like tassel-y bits of the rug. And it really, like, it adds to it. Like, look, now it looks like it has a little bit of frill coming off of it. You just go all the way around, and there you go. Like, come on. You could even put it in the corner like that, just to give it a little bit of shape. And there you go. I mean, I like that. That's really cool. Now the tassels. Oh, look at this room. This is the ballroom / gallery, so I didn't want anything like in the middle. I imagine this will be more for people to walk through, maybe gather, have a little bit of a dance, or just socialize. But yeah, I really like this. I'm very proud of thinking of this. I mean, I'm sure someone has done this, but yeah, I think it looks really cool. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. My name's been B-Man. Feel free to like the video and subscribe if you're willing. Leave a comment on what part of the interior of the house you like the most, and also give me some ideas for other ways I can decorate the upstairs area. I have like a classic framed bed design that I love to use, but let me know any other things. So have a good one, guys. Bye bye.